So this summer might be a good time to plan a road trip. Drivers could be feeling less pain at the pumps as gas prices continue to decline. And according to AAA, the national average of a gallon of gas today is $3.53. It's down from an average of $4.78 a year ago. So here to discuss is Patrick Haan. He is the head of petroleum analysis at GasBuddy. Thanks for joining us. This is counterintuitive. Gas prices go up in the summertime, especially before a big holiday weekend, and they were actually dropping before the 4th of July holiday. What's going on? What's the reason?
Yeah, that's right. And it may surprise you that we tend to see prices peak not in the summer when demand does peak, but typically prices peak in late spring and early summer after the changeover to more expensive summer gasoline. That's also when refineries are finishing up maintenance work. And this summer is kind of holding true to that. Gas prices peaked in the month of May and June, and now we're seeing a nice little decline as supply starts to go up. Plus, you mentioned some economic data. That's putting some downward pressure on the price of oil and the stock market for fear that the Federal Reserve is going to continue raising interest rates, which will slow down not only the economy, but also oil and gasoline consumption. So part of the reason the Fed is raising rates is to slow things down, and that's going to cool off the price of gasoline through the rest of the summer, barring things like hurricanes or unexpected outages.
You know, amid a lot of other rough news this morning, you may be on the verge of providing the glimmer of hope here because you're expecting gas could drop below $3 a gallon again. When could that happen?
I certainly think that by this fall, I'll say between Halloween and Thanksgiving, that's usually when we see the lowest price for the season, that we could see the national average below the $3 a gallon mark, especially if this inflation and jobs and broader economy continue to look strong. That's going to push the Fed to continue raising interest rates, which is going to put more downward pressure on gas prices. So once the summer is over, we could see even lower prices yet.
And I'll just come in as negative Nancy there, Mr. Sunshine over here. Is there anything that could maybe change that downward trajectory at all?
Yeah, there are.
Well, as you mentioned, there's always a few caveats. Things like OPEC, Saudi Arabia did just extend its production cut into the month of August. So that's something to watch. But I think it's not going to really be an impact until when the economy starts regaining some of the momentum, right? The Federal Reserve is still in a tightening policy. But things like hurricanes, we're going to be coming into the peak of hurricane season in August. A major hurricane could derail the possibility of some of those sub $3 prices. And of course, if there's a refinery outage, that could pop up anytime in the next 6 weeks when demand is higher. That could put a dent into what we expect as well.
You know, we keep reading that sales of electric vehicles are improving.
Yeah.
Are we seeing that dent demand for gas at all yet, or is it still too peripheral?
Well, we are seeing a dent in demand, but it's hard to parse out whether it's just EVs or a broader economic slowdown. I'll put it into context by saying back in 2019, over the July 4 holiday weekend, we saw Americans consume about 10 million barrels of gasoline every day. That's 420 million gallons. This year, according to GasBuddy data, gasoline demand was closer to 9.45 million barrels over the July 4 holiday weekend. So a drop, not a big drop. We're still consuming a lot of gasoline, but we are not near that record that we set in 2019.
So one thing I have learned about this topic is that sometimes location is a factor. You know, sometimes if you're located near a place where gasoline is being processed, it may be a little bit cheaper. So when we're looking at these prices across the board, there must be highs and lows.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, the map behind me, you see those highs and lows. The West Coast tends to be the most expensive region. But to your point, if you get down in the Gulf states, that's where you see those purple or low prices. We have a combination of oil infrastructure, refineries, and low taxes. So the West Coast, you'll want to stay away from. If you want to choose a destination, head to the South. That's where low taxes. And as you mentioned, the proximity to those refineries and oil production is helpful in keeping lower prices.
And Patrick, just one more question. How much of what we're seeing right now is actually because of some factors that maybe happened months ago or a year ago?
Well, really a lot of that. When you talk about oil production, really what's decided today takes many years or at least several years to impact the price of gasoline because the nature of rigs and drilling, it takes years for some of that oil to get to the market. So to put into context, the Biden administration has certainly cracked down on some of the oil industry, but since the Biden administration has come into power in 2021, we've actually seen U.S. oil production increase from 10.7 to 12.4 million barrels a day. So those policies will have an impact down the line, but it does take quite a bit of time.
I got some contacts at the White House who would play back what you just said on repeat and send the tape to
Put
the
it in
oil
an ad.
industry and to its Republican critics. Patrick Haan with GasBuddy. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.